The British pound just reached a new monthly high this morning and looks ready to trade upwards and potentially reach as high as 135.25 despite Brexit concerns. So what is lifting price upwards? Well, it is the dollar in general just losing out against the majority of its peers, but today as well we have the UK PMI figures telling us that the UK economy is not as bad as initially projected. That's what we're going to talk about in today's market update. All right, so the manufacturing PMI was better than expected, much better than expected. But the great thing here is that the service sector did not take a hit as people thought initially would do. It's still below 50 though, and you know, a contraction is a contraction, and the service sector is not doing as good. Well, it's shrinking really, and that's definitely an issue. And with the lockdowns probably going to be in place over the next couple of weeks, and then probably another lockdown in January, we will have further weakness. But the market is all about the fact that the economy wasn't as bad as projected. Now you might ask yourself, why isn't the price higher then since we had that PMI number? Well, I think the reason for the number not being higher, because at 9:30 we were here, and you can see that the price is higher by a little bit, but it sort of went lower and then upwards. And the reason for that, I think, is because it already started to rally from about here. So it was already up with about 71 pip. And that's obviously an issue because people don't want to be buying when it's already risen. From a purely technical perspective, the best option was to buy here at 8 a.m. around 133.28. Now we did an update on this one last week as well, and I did mention to you though that if we would take out this level, we're probably going to go upwards. And what's also quite interesting is that we have this, which is ascending triangle. When we did the update last week, it wasn't there. We were just here, but we moved lower, and that's exactly what I wanted to see. Because when the price goes up and up and up and up like that, and then just breaks, it's very high likelihood we're going to have a false move. But when you have a correction and then go upwards, that's the move you're looking for. So on the basis of that, we could have traded here either this morning or already last week, but probably this morning would have made more sense. And that tells us now that as long as we trade above this level down here, which is 131.94, we could potentially reach as high as 135.25. And then in regards to the actual PMI number out today, because it's less worse than expected, you're not going to see as many people looking to lift the price higher. Now, as an added bonus today, I'm going to show you something super interesting. It's actually the Aussie dollar versus the USD, and it could have impacts on the British pound as well, because what you're looking at here is a major inverse head and shoulders with a big head, left shoulder and right shoulder. And what it's telling us here is that if we trade above 73.42, we could potentially trade substantially higher. If we're going to treat this like a head and shoulders, then we'll do like that, and we could potentially see a move. And also in this little space here, this is also an ascending triangle. So this is much like the British pound, a small ascending triangle. So you have this tiny pattern, plus you have the big pattern. And the great thing with this is that it could propel, or it should propel the price higher. So when and if we have a breakout here, should quickly push it to 74. And that's really what I want when I trade. I want my positions to quickly go into profit so I can quickly put stop loss orders. Now, how would I put a stop loss order on that? You can learn more about that in our premium course. And I'm going to put a link in the top comment of this video so you can read up more about it. In fact, when you register on that page, you get the first video. And of course, I can't really promise exactly, you know, anything like any guaranteed profits or so like that. But I've been using the system talked about in these courses, the premium course, since 2014, and since then I'm profitable. And the last really good year was in 2017 when I made about 100%. And this year is not looking too bad either, especially after the latest craze in cryptocurrencies. I'm up with about 70% or so. Could be a little bit more, could be a little bit less, because I haven't actually reviewed my results 100%. So check that out. Again, I can't really guarantee you that you're going to become successful traders, but it is a system I'm using, and I've been using that for many years, and it's working for me. All right, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys very soon. And if you have any questions, just leave them in the comment below. Thank you, and talk soon.